in the United States, I think that there are two areas. One, most recently, in the health insurance marketplace with the imposition of the medical loss ratio, that in its effect of essentially price controls on life insurance companies, places a limitation on how much money is available for expenses, and agents' commissions are now included in the calculation of that medical loss ratio. The result is that people who sell health insurance have experienced 20 to 80% reductions in the commissions. At the same time, they're expected to offer more service and be more informed relative to how the new regulations will apply. So you're spending more time and getting less compensation. So that's one area. The second area has not occurred yet, but is certainly on the horizon, with discussion going on about the imposition of a fiduciary standard versus the suitability standard. And while it's not directly applicable, the inference is if we operate under a fiduciary standard and you're doing the best for your clients, that almost coming out of the gate commissions would be unethical, and only a fee-based compensation system would be acceptable.
There's been a big polarisation now. If you're independent in the UK after 1st of January, you have to be fee-based. You can't take commissions. Or if you do, they have to be rebated back to the client. And one of the biggest issues they're affecting is the renewal commissions on policies. What they're saying is that the client must have an opportunity to turn that renewal commission off if they want to, if they don't think they're getting advice. So of course, for people who've been in the industry a long time, there's a massive effect on their income, or could be. And we're expecting the press to have a field day with this once it's been implemented. So we're expecting there to be a lot of people cashing the policies and taking out new ones so that they can turn off the commission, because policies before that date aren't affected by the new legislation. So a big change, big change.
We had what we call the Financial Services Act 2008, which was implemented about 18 months ago, from basically all financial advisors who sell investment type products, investment-based products, had around about 18 months to do about 12 university-grade papers. Basically, most of them had to go back if you're a CFP, you still had to do, go back to school effectively. And most advisors had to take 6 months away from their practice to actually do it, because come 18 months ago, you hadn't become what we call an AFA, an authorised financial advisor, by doing those papers. From the 1st of July, sort of 18 months ago, you wouldn't be able to continue to sell investment-based products. Originally it was going to be insurance and investment, but the government realised they didn't have the systems to cope with getting everyone through the whole AFA process, so they cut it down to what we call Category 1 products, which is investment-based products. Insurance is sort of basic saving products. The banks sell what we call Category 2 products. The way that they do it from commission disclosure is what they have to do is, when you have the first meeting, the initial meeting with the client, you've got to give them a broad range of what commissions you will be likely to receive, and then once they've agreed to your advice, you then have to give them a secondary commission disclosure statement, which exactly specifies for the products that you've chosen, this is exactly how much commission I will receive up front, and what the trail commission is going to be.
We're always concerned with the state of affairs in the government, how they're going to try and raise money. They need money, so they could take a look at the taxation on certain products and make changes. The most recent ones that I'd heard about was that they were taking a look at critical illness policies, certain benefits within critical illness policies, return of premium provisions, stuff like that. We have level premiums. I think a lot of countries don't have level premiums. Those things could be going away. I think the government was looking at how they would tax the return of premiums to employees in corporately owned policies, or even on personally owned products as well. And they're going to extend their look at that. So we really don't know exactly what the decision will be, favorable or negative.
What are the government issues or concerns?
Well, they're just wondering if they should tax the employees based on who's paying the premium and who's receiving the benefit. So it's not anything troublesome on the horizon. It's still wonderful that there's return of premium, and to be safe, we have plans treating the premiums paid by an employer as a taxable benefit. Okay, so that solves a lot of issues. We don't have an inheritance tax in the U.S. yet, so that could be coming as the government tries to figure out ways to get some revenue. Fingers crossed that doesn't happen. It could affect how life insurance policies are taxed. But we've been pretty fortunate, I think, as well. All the products are, for the most part, tax-free benefits.
We have access to just about every product in all of the marketplaces. From a best practice standpoint, I try not to spend all of my time servicing all of those markets personally, but I want to have, I guess, portals of entry in our business to handle each one of those product areas and planning areas.
Generally, I get referred to small, medium-sized businesses, you know. And it's just myself, and I've got a lady who does everything other than see the clients. She looks after all the administration and everything for them. I used to have loads and loads of staff. We've scaled down, it's just me, and it's massively more profitable now, so it's fabulous. And it's fabulous, because I've always worked off of introductions and never done anything else particularly. So business is good at the moment.
We really don't prospect that much because we have many clients that the different advisors are working with, and we earn the right to referrals and other business from them. However, I think our prospecting is that we're buying other blocks of business from other advisors. So that's happening, and then new opportunities are there, and we're marrying up retiring advisors with younger advisors in our company. And we have a pretty interesting formula that we've used. My father's made 15 purchases, and I don't know many other advisors that have done that. We're about 40 people between the two offices, and I am the succession plan for at least Ontario. I'm hoping for the whole country. Yeah, we'll see.
Because of the global economic crisis, companies in this country doing business outside of the United States having some exposure to sovereign debt, there is also now significant pressure on their reserves. And even if you have a product that has a segregated account, separate account, where they aren't responsible for guaranteeing that account, they do have death benefit and income guarantees, and the cost of the hedges for those, the reserve strain for putting that business on the books has increased, and consequently they are retracting on their offers. They are charging more for the same benefits that they had a couple of years ago. And I think you also see life products being repriced, from term insurance to guaranteed no-lapse universal life. So the financial crisis is still having its effect. The duration and, in some cases, exposure to investments outside of the U.S. are having their effect on products here.
It's great for advisors, because if they trust you, they'll let you tell you what to do with their money. So it really heightens the trust issue.
Right.
Advisor to client trust issue.
I'm doing more insurance sales now, I think, because people are worried about the platform, right? The building blocks, sorry. And then that's a starting point now.
So the level of client engagement has gone from about 5 years ago, where the recommendation was made, they decided the building line. Now they want to know what am I actually investing in. They want to know if there's an international component. They want to know exactly where those funds are being invested, which they absolutely love, because they've always been wanting to, show their professionalism, show them that they actually know what they're talking about.